go straight into the manager talking about the biggest day of all of our lives.
Proud, special, but I think proud sums up the most, because after working here for a year now, I know even better how hard it is. That's why I just said it's the hardest trophy to win, because cup trophies, doesn't have to be, you can win those by a lucky draw or being lucky in 2 or 3 games, by maybe winning a penalty shootout, and then all of a sudden you arrive in the final. But it's always harder to win the league because it's 38 games, and in a period of time where the league has never been as strong as it is. I don't think there's ever been so much competition, even for teams even to go to the Champions League. So that and there's never been a season where the number of 16 and 17 or 15 and 16 of the Premier League play in a final against each other in the Europa League. So that's what makes it so hard. So that would definitely be a proud moment for me and for the players, and also for our fans. So let's hope it's also going to be a special one.
Adam, the biggest day of our lives. There you go. That's the question.
What a fine start to contribution.
This is kind of the way it's going to go. Liverpool are drunk, so we're going to be drunk.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, it's. I think he said, we've waited. Most people. He said everyone's waited 35 years for it. And they went, I mean, not everyone, Liverpool fans.
Yeah.
I thought it was a nice clarification.
I've also not waited 35 years for it to be fair.
Well, exactly. You're just a whippersnapper.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it's going to be such a weirdly emotional day. I think because of what happened last time we won the league, that we didn't get to celebrate it properly, and we didn't get to celebrate it with our loved ones and our friends, and get to properly have a party. It feels like that's all been stored up into this thing that's going to explode on Sunday into just one big party. It's like, if you could pick a club to play in that game, I think a Crystal Palace team that have just won the FA Cup is perfect. It's the perfect one, because their fans are sound. Everyone who listens to Anfield Rap knows that Robbie Scotch is a great guy. I mean, he's a really, really nice guy. I can tell you because I know him. He's a really great guy, but he's also representative of the Crystal Palace support base. They turn up and they sing about their own team and their own players, and they don't sing about poverty, and they don't sing about any getting jobs or any of that stuff. They just want to have a good time and get behind their team. And that's exactly what we're going to want to do as well. So it's just going to be, Sunday will just be one big old laugh of everybody just loving each other, and it's great.
It's 2 teams having a party for a change.
Yeah, exactly.
End of season, and the other team is involved, and you never thought the other team would be involved in this game. It's just somebody to turn up. I've not thought past Spurs. I don't know how I can be as good as Spurs. I don't know how I can feel the same as I did when I walked out of the ground and saw everything outside the ground. I don't know if it can equal that.
Do you know what's so funny though?
Will.
I reckon I've done this like 4 times before as a Liverpool fan. Like when we won the Champions League in Madrid, I'm like, I don't know how I can get any better than that. Like there's been times at Wembley where we've won trophies, I'm like, I don't know how I can get better than that really. And then they've just found a way to make it even better.
That "Imagine Being Us" banner, which obviously winds opposition fans up loads, but it's true, because it is like, it's not getting better than this. Oh Christ, it's got better.
Yeah.
It's not getting better than this. Oh God, it's got better.
This is the thing, is like sometimes I can't even imagine being us. Like sometimes like my imagination is like, it's just limited, but I can't even imagine like what it's gonna be like when you get in that ground on Sunday. And like Adam mentioned before, and I think it's apt really that like we didn't get to celebrate the league properly last time. But I've also spoke to quite a few people who talked about 1990 and that sort of idea that like you almost shrugged it off because like of course we're gonna win the league again. Like this is what we do. This is what Liverpool do, and of course like it is still a part of Liverpool's identity is winning leagues. It had been way too long since we did it before 2020, but like to go from that like thinking, oh yeah, it's fine because we're back next season and everything's going to be rosy in the garden and stuff like that, to suddenly it's 30 years and then suddenly it's actually 35 before you get to see it lifted in front of your very eyes again.
Well, I don't remember 1990. I remember bits of 1990. I don't remember any football in 1990. I think partially because I was living away from home. So I was living in Hull for a significant part of it, and then the end of it I was in Leeds. And so out of touch because you don't get local news over there. Obviously, you get their local news. I was so out of touch. I found out that we'd beaten Crystal Palace 9-0 the next morning. I didn't even know there'd been a game. I went to the shop, got the paper, turned it over and went, Jesus Christ, what's that? Oh, well, it can't get any better than that ever, can it? So I don't remember it. And speaking to the lads over the last couple of weeks, nobody remembers the end of the 1990 season. I think it might have been the one where we played Notts County and everybody shook hands and went to see you next season. Or there was a Notts County game in the 80s where everybody went, so is that it? Have we won the league now? And it was that calm because we were so used to it. And it's, as was mentioned in the press conference, Alan Hansen won the league in 8 out of 10 seasons. That's a quite a decent level of performance. Yeah. But you do become blasé. Like the City fans are completely blasé to the idea of winning things. And that's fine because they won't ever again now that they're going to get, relegated to like the Isthmian League.
They're going to shake hands with Notts County soon, I think.
Yes, hopefully on a weekly basis for the rest of time.
Season after season.
But so this one, I don't know what this is. I don't know what it's going to feel like lifting it. I know what I felt like lifting the COVID one, the lockdown version of the lift. And it just felt weirdly emotional. I was basically stood in our kitchen in tears because I decided I wanted to listen to Salisbury Hill. And that finished me off completely. Standing there doing the dishes, thinking about my dad and my granddad, my Uncle Len and my Uncle Dave and everybody who didn't get here. So when we lift that, it'll be the same thing again. Same as it was in Madrid. Madrid in 2019 was thinking about the people who hadn't got to there. And I think that's going to be very heavily on people's minds as well.